Hey guys, Brad Gilmore here. Want to give a big shout out to our title sponsor, Walker Texas Lawyer. If you or a loved one have been injured in an accident, whether that be a car, truck, motorcycle accident, or some kind of other issue, hit up Walker Texas Lawyer at 713-552-1117 or walkertexaslawyer.com.
Oh, Brad, what have you done now?
Broadcasting live from Houston, Texas, and around the world. TV host, best-selling author, and radio personality Brad Gilmore brings you a collection of conversations with stars from movies.
Matthew McConaughey.
Brad Gilmore.
Mark Wahlberg.
Hey, how are you?
The legendary Mr. Christopher Lloyd. Christopher, how are we doing?
I'm doing good. Great introduction.
Jessica Alba and Lizzie Mathis. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Kevin Costner joins us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Television.
Jimmy Fallon joins us this morning. Jimmy, how you doing, my friend?
Good morning. Thank you so much, Brad, for having me. I appreciate this, bud.
Kelly Ripa.
Brad, thank you for having me.
Comedy.
Jay Leno joins us. Jay, how you doing?
Hey, Brad, what's going on?
Chris Tucker is in the building. Chris Tucker, good morning to you.
Hey, Brad, good morning to you. How are you?
George Lopez joins us right now. George, how are you doing, sir?
Good morning.
Music.
Lola Monroe.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
The legendary frontman of AC/DC, Brian Johnson, joins us right now. Brian, how you doing?
Good morning, Brad. What lovely to talk. You me funny lad.
Megan Trainor.
Thank you so much, Brad. You're awesome.
Chloe Bailey joins us. I appreciate the time.
Appreciate you.
And more. This is The Collection. Now your host, The Boat.
Brad Gilmore! Okay, great. Hey, Brad Gilmore, ESPN and CW. Guys, thank you so much for taking the time. Congratulations on season 3.
Absolutely. Thanks, Brad. We appreciate it, man.
Look, I love this show. I've been in since season 1, episode 1. I've fallen in love with the writing and the characters and the world that you all live in. McKenna, let me start with you, though. Your character I find to always be fascinating to me. Like, she's like a spitfire. I don't know what to expect out of her at any given moment. How's it been to play this character and to come back for season 3 now that you've kind of established yourself?
Oh, I mean, it's been a total dream. I really have developed so much as both an actor and my character since season 1. And I think it's happened at a really kind rate to me where I can learn what I'm doing on set and learn from these other amazing actors how to even just behave on set, but also TV acting versus theater acting where I have more training in. But it's been super, super exciting. And even just the changes in my appearance from being super tatted up and my head shave to this season, it's a little bit more of a subdued feminine look. I think real people go through transitions like that all the time, but that's not all the time what we see on TV. So it's a cool, unique character arc, I think.
Yeah, no, that's actually really interesting to point out. And I think that and another character arc we've seen is Goody, and what Goody's been able to do in Tulsa now, Chris. And to me, when you come back from a first, second season into a third, in that off period, do you start kind of writing in your head of what you would want that Goody to go through, or do you just wait to see what happens when?
Well, you have your expectations, but of course the writers write the words, and we just read them. But I could say that what I've wanted to happen with Goody has happened, so I got lucky with that. Yeah.
And there's just the transition to me. At what point, Chris, though, do you feel the most in character? I was talking to somebody the other day, and they say once I'm in dress and in costume, that's when I really get locked in. At what point do you feel the most like Goody? Is it in that moment?
I like staying in character from the minute I wake up in the morning. Putting the clothes on raises the stakes. Walking onto the set raises them even more. And by the time the cameras are rolling, I'm all in. But it's not like a switch that goes on and off. It happens. And then on the reverse, sometimes it takes a while to come down, especially if you have a violent scene or a scene that because you have to invest from here. And if you're really doing it the right way, you're gonna feel it for a minute.
It's hard to come down.
Yeah. But on our show, we're all so close, and we all support each other. So there's a comfortability there. So it's okay. It's okay to go through that when you have your friends around you.
Well, especially when you got someone like Bigfoot around, right?
Oh,
Mike.
Feel safe as hell when I'm around him. That's
You don't have to worry about nothing, Chris.
You didn't have to worry about it at all. Mike, like I've spent the last 13 years outside of doing this, working in the professional wrestling world with Booker T down at Reality Wrestling in Houston. And I know obviously working at OVW, I've always said that pro wrestling is the ultimate entertainment boot camp. You learn everything from character, presentation, promo, live audience, television audience. You kind of learn the whole gambit. Did you feel like all those tools helped you extraordinarily when you stepped on set?
Extraordinarily. The parallels are, they're unleveled. I mean, it's and any of the young guys in pro wrestling that ask me, and I talk to them about it, it is a natural evolution for pro wrestlers to move into the film industry when their time in ring is over. If you know anything about what pro wrestling really is, then it's a natural evolution. Of course, everybody's got their own opinion of what pro wrestling is, but there's a lot of parallels from lighting, camera angles, being in the moment. I mean, it's just a lot. There's a lot of hard work too. It's not an easy thing, and I'm blessed to be on set with people like Chris, people like McKenna, Sylvester Stallone, that have helped open their arms and bring me in. I couldn't ask for a better crew to work with, for sure.
Yeah, hitting your mark, knowing your role, playing it, right? Timing, the whole thing is pro wrestling. Now, I know Sly's a big wrestling fan. Have you talked up with him anything about some wrestling from back in the day?
Man, we've talked about wrestling. We talk about wrestling all the time. Specifically, even the blood stuff, hardcore wrestling. I mean, it's, he talks about Paradise Alley and having Terry Funk on. He's giving me all kinds of stories between him and Hogan and all that stuff. So, it's a real treat. That guy's amazing. He's generous with his time, and you couldn't ask for somebody better to work with.
Yeah, definitely. And the boys are always going to talk the business, but McKenna, when you talk about Sly being number one on the call sheet, I think that's not just because he's the star of the show. It's probably how he operates off the camera as much as he does on it. From watching, and not even just conversations, from watching from the periphery, what have you picked up about being a number one like Sly Stallone?
I mean, he's just so, like Cash said, giving. And, we all have stand-ins, but I have seen Sly stand in for himself when, like, I have a lot, something like that, which a lot of, I'm not saying, again, I don't have all that much experience, so I don't know, but I think a lot of actors would say, no, I'm letting my stand-in do that. But he really believes that the scene is going to be better if he's the one that I'm talking to. So he stays in, even though the cameras aren't on him. And I think little things like that make it just, also, he always knows every single line, and your lines too. He knows everyone's lines in the scene. And it's, I don't know how he does it, because of course he's in the most scenes of any of us, but he is just, he knows the script front to back. He knows your character front to back. Like he'll bring it up really casually as if it's something, and it makes you feel good, because it makes you feel like, oh wow, like, if Sly is paying attention, then that means like I must matter. And he makes everyone feel important, every crew member, every cast member, and beyond.
Yeah, Chris, I saw you shaking your head as she was talking there. As a scene partner, I guess he knows all your lines. He knows where your character is going to go. I guess that's a gift and a curse, right? Because you got to make sure you're Johnny on the spot.
If he knows your lines, you better damn well know your lines too. So, yeah. So I have the habit of studying not just my lines. I know everybody's lines in the scene, because if he does, it's my job to know everything that's going on also. No, but he does. It's true. He knows he knows the blocking. He knows everybody's blocking. He knows everybody's lines. And as McKenna was saying, when it's on your coverage, he's there giving you his all, which is rare for number ones to do. Yes. and he does it.
And then, and night before you have a scene, since you say you kind of wake up in the character and start getting into Goody throughout the day, what's the preparation like? Are you someone who you go over the lines again and again in your head? Do you write notes? Do you kind of write,
Sure.
hey, I would do it like this. This is
you got to see the chicken scratch on my scripts. Yeah, it's completely filled in. Yeah, yeah. And then, well, the thing is with the note, and then the notes are the notes, and then when the day starts, you put the notes aside and let this just happen.
Going back, Mike, thinking about another parallel with wrestling. Wrestling, we get one take, right? We got to hit it in one take. There's no retakes. I'm sure it's nice though to have the ability to take it a second time, right? When you're on stage.
It is nice to have that ability, but it's also nice, as they were saying, to have the number one and the people around you that are willing to give you feedback for those multiple takes. So it's extremely nice, especially when you're doing the fight scenes and some of the action and whatnot. You want it to look like the writers and the producers and everybody intends it to look. And not just all haphazard everywhere. So yeah, it's nice to have multiple takes.
Yeah, and you got to lay it in those fight scenes too, right? Make them know what you're out there balling.
Always. We want genuine. Absolutely.
We want genuine reactions. We want them to sell it. They got to sell it for us. What's been the biggest piece of advice, Mike, that you've gotten in the transition to acting that you're like, oh wow, that's the light bulb moment. That makes sense, right? Some of the old vets would always say, oh, if you think you're going too slow, slow down even more, right? That's an old wrestling line. But what have you learned from the acting side?
I've got a lot of little tidbits, I really can't pinpoint anything.
Sure.
Because I learned so much from everybody around me. And like I said, I can't really pinpoint it, Brad.
Sure.
I learn something every day that I'm on set from multiple people, and just to have it all and to be a part of this crew is phenomenal.
Well, you know what? I love this show. Season 3, season 30. I want this thing to keep going. I never want it to stop. I'm such a fan of Tulsa King.
I like the sound of that. I like it.
I really appreciate all y'all for joining me. Continued success to all of y'all. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you, Brad.
Y'all have a good one.